So recently I've been thinking about why I relapsed last Sunday on NoFap. And I think I know. It's really not very complicated in the grand scheme of things. And it's because I fed the thought, because the thought popped up as it always does, and I didn't instantly disregard it or destroy it. I kept thinking about it, and then I kept thinking about it, and then I did these slight things to increase the thing. This is gonna sound so stupid, but I went and I searched up hot girls, right? Or something like that. I don't remember exactly what. It was someone specific. And let's just say they had probably 37 BBLs in the last month, right? So something like that. And my brain was so, my Jeffrey brain, which if you don't know what that means, it's the bitch part of my brain that wants to eat junk food and tells me to do this and tells me to do this, and it's all bad for me, right? So my Jeffrey brain was telling me that it was like a test to see if I could really hold back from the urge. And I kept, quote unquote, testing myself until the test became too much. And it's the tests were always too much, you idiot. So why am I telling you this? Well, to teach you that when you're in those moods, it doesn't just have to be about abstaining from ejaculation. It can be video games, it can be the junk food on the counter, it can be, really there's a lot of things it can be. But once you slightly start you have to be aware enough of your brain, of what you're telling yourself. You have to be mindful, right? How do you get more mindful? Are you kidding? You know this. It's meditation. Everybody knows that. So, yeah, be more mindful, meditate, because once you're aware of these thoughts and you're well, that's not really challenging myself, that's just feeding the urge. And sorry, my eyes are a bit, they burn a little bit, so, but back to the point. When you feed the urge grows, right? It's that simple. If you just destroy the urge off rip, it's much easier to destroy than once you've fed it for 3 days, right? Imagine it's some monster, and it's, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but it's a baby monster. You can just grab a sledgehammer and just absolutely obliterate it, right? Or you could feed it for 5 days, wait for it to become 6'5" and 280 pounds of lean muscle. And then if you take a sledgehammer to it, the sledgehammer is just gonna shatter, right? So, a bit of a crazy analogy, but yeah, so you want to break down the urge as quick as possible. And once you realize you're feeding the urge, you have to do all in your power to break it, right? And to stop feeding it. So, just an example of something that you could do if it was really bad and you were on the edge of doing it. You could just go to a library or go to a cafe, because I don't think you're gonna be jerking off in a cafe, right? That's very illegal. So, yeah, sometimes just because, okay, think about it. If you're in your bedroom that you've been in for the past 7 years, and for the past 7 years, your bedroom has smelled like cum, right? It's just been a cummy little room, right? It's not gonna be very easy to change because you're still in the bedroom where you would edge for 13 hours while watching porn the entire time, right? So, if you reframe your environment, if you get into a new house, if you go into a new city, or even a new room, really, because I mean, this is still the same room as I've had, but I've definitely changed it up. I reorganized everything. Like where my phone is right now, it's on a bookshelf desk hybrid, you could say. And this like whole area used to be where my bed is. And see my bed right there. I stand it up right after I wake up so that I can't go back to sleep. And yeah, I used to have my bed here. I moved it back there. I moved the bookshelf from like right there to right here, and I moved that brown thing right there, the big brown shelf, from like directly behind me to over there. So just switch everything around, give it a new like taste. I opened the windows. I don't know if you can really see it. Yeah, the windows are open. You can see the light. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so just change your environment. It's like one of the basic topics that they go over, that I would say that James Clear goes over in Atomic Habits. So if you're still in the environment of you're still in a cummy little room and you're trying to stop jerking off, you probably should either rearrange that cummy room very heavily, light a damn candle. Okay, I will stop. So the other topic for today is being authentic. And something crazy about being authentic, it's like I'm being very authentic right now. I haven't tried to be anybody else. This video, I've told you a story about me looking up a picture of somebody with like quote unquote 37 BBLs, right? That's embarrassing, right? But I'm telling you it so that you can learn, right? Because if somebody were to play this video on like a TV in the school, I would be embarrassed, and I wouldn't like shut down. And probably just laugh with them, probably joke around with them, tell them, yeah, you need it, fucking Jack, you've jacked off like 37 times in the past 2 days. But yeah, I'm just getting ahead of myself. So back to authenticity. You want to, I don't know where I was going with that. You need vulnerability to an extent to be authentic. Because yesterday I was very authentic with these two people that I was running with, and I just told them that I didn't believe in God now, right? And that's like a really big thing for me. It might not be to you, it might not be to, I don't know, George on the sidewalk, but it was to me, because I've been atheist for my entire life, disregarding like the past 2 or 3 weeks. So it's a big difference, and you know, it's I'm glad that I said it to them, because now I feel way better. And they were very accepting, because they were already, I think one was Catholic and one was just some other type of Christian. But yeah. Sorry about that, my throat was getting really dry. I'm just yapping. But yeah, let me see. For my habit tracker, I have checked everything off 6 days in a row. So today will make it a week in a row of not missing anything. What are the habits on there? It's cold shower, then video, then run, then 50 push-ups plus neck, because I'm training neck. I mean, you can't really tell, but that's exactly why I'm training it. And then NoFap, meditation, gratitude, and reading. So I've actually been reading a lot recently. I've just replaced my YouTube with reading, and I'm reading this book. I am very far into it. I'm 209 pages. And then the next book I'm going on to is this bad boy, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. Gonna be a banger. And then yeah, I've got quite a few books ahead of me. Probably all gonna be done by like early April-ish, depending on how many I get. So yeah, like I was saying, I think it was yesterday, life really is a video game, bro. It's like, you can't level up a certain skill I'm trying to think of a game that's a good analogy for this, but nothing really is coming to mind. And I mean, I know that RuneScape is a good example, but I never played it. So, yeah, I don't think that'll be the greatest. Okay, Skyrim. If you've ever played Skyrim, this will be a good example for you. Because, so you know how there were like skill trees? There's like one-handed, block, two-handed, the magics, enchanting, alchemy, smithing, all that. You wouldn't level up alchemy from killing like Jogger, right? You would only level up alchemy from getting the ingredients, and then, I mean, I think if you ate them, it would like level it up really like minusculely, but yeah, you needed to make the potions, and I think, dude, I was a nerd on that game. It's like, I know that how much value you make the potion, the more you level up, but yeah, disregard that. So, yeah, you have to do alchemy to level up alchemy. It's that simple. It's the same in real life. You can't get better at social skills when you don't leave your room all day, right? You can't get better at talking to girls if you only talk to dudes. I mean, maybe you can, maybe, but like not nearly as much as if you just talk to girls, right? You're not gonna level up your one-handed stat from using magic. You're not gonna level up your magic stat from using swords, right? So you have to go into the specific stat. You have to do the specific task for that stat to level up that stat. So let's actually kind of like split it into real life. So let's just say you want to level up your discipline. You can't do hard things that you enjoy, right? Because that's not even hard. I mean, sure, it's hard, but you enjoy it. So it's like, it's fun, right? It's a fun task. Discipline is doing the things when you don't want to do them. So, like, going to work out when you feel sick. And a million other examples. So, yeah. Yeah, life is like Skyrim. And I mean, I guess I'll go to like GTA for this next example. In GTA, if you get friends to like grind with to get more money, you will get so much more money. You will like, say this is where you go. Okay, let me get these two figures. This is where you're going. This hand is solo. This hand is with a group. It's gonna be like that, right? This one is still growing. This by yourself is still growing, but when you have multiple people, you're growing so much quicker, right? And that's why I've started running with my two friends, because when I run by myself, I'm not being pushed nearly as hard, because they're not pussies and they'll be like, oh yeah, just walk, it's all right. They'll just push me farther, right? It's great. So yeah, if you have like the brotherhood aspect, you're going to grow a lot more. So, oh my god, this video is long. So I'm just gonna wrap it up. Calendly link is in the description. Free 15-minute video call on the weekends. Just do it, why not? And then the Stoic Channel uploaded a video yesterday. It has 0 impressions, so please just go check that video out and like comment on it or something to boost the algorithm, because it is not getting recommended. But it's fine, I don't really care. Pain in the moment is growth in the long run. See ya.